Hey, this is Jake Stimson. I'm just recording quickly my video for Lab 9 where we implemented um, several different edge detection algorithms in hardware IPs. So here we have our kind of original HDMI to HDMI pipeline where we have our DVI to RGB input going through an AXI stream subset converter. But instead of saving these frames directly to the VDMA and then using an AXI subset converter to then stream them out to an RGB DVI block immediately, we kind of intercept the frames here, and I've placed in this little logic here that kind of switches. It allows us to mux and demux between the filter IP blocks that I have here. So this is like a red extraction filter that highlights all of the reds in an image. So it'll look through and then highlight anything, it'll kind of force anything to a bright red value that's orange or remotely red. I just did this one for fun. And then this is a Sobel implementation for the lab. And then so using these AXI stream switches, we can kind of channel the data through one filter and then out into the VDMA or through the other filter using the processing system and the AXI light control. Yeah, so that's pretty much the hardware block. Most of it stayed the same throughout the labs. It's still the HDMI pipeline. But yeah, implementing these the hardware IPs was relatively easy. We can go in and actually edit them in the packager here. If we go to open one, we can take a look into the actual code that make up these things. So here I have this top module. This is created by Vivado to kind of tie everything together. And then below you can see this is the actual hardware top module that I created that calls the stencil buff and then the actual Sobel kernel. So I took the stencil buff code from the edge detect hardware, the pre-wit filter that came with the lab, and then just implemented the Sobel kernel here separately. Yeah, so then after this I just packaged the IP, saved it in my special folder where I put all my IPs, and then I dragged it in here. You can see I have Sobel, I have my red filter, and then we have the yeah, these two. So we've got everything here. Let me see really quick. I'll just throw on this so we can show. So I have several different tests because I was messing around with different threshold values on my red filter, or red extraction filter. But right now it should be loaded up with this new hardware platform design that I was showing over there in Vivado. So I'll just turn the board on really quickly. Open up PuTTY to 12 and then just do a quick debug. So we can see that everything compiles and runs as a full Vitis program with the platform that we generated in Vivado. So right now the HDMI is unplugged from my Linux computer, but everything compiled well. The platform was able to build, and I'll probably post a short of that red filter and the stream subset working when we use the switches. Thank you.